on attitude, on individual attitude toward the toward the material makeup which registers in perception upon any one of us, which goes back to what some social fringe nut might say about cigarette smoking, for example, that if you really like to do it and intend no harm to yourself or any of those side stream fans that are hanging around, if you mean no harm whatsoever by it, and if you really like to do it, it will do you no harm whatsoever. Isn't that an absurd thing that some people think? Anyhow, there you have it.
Second year of college.
Really, second year of college.
Second year of college.
Right.
What did you do besides ROTC, which we know you dropped out of that year?
Right. I bought a 51 Chevy, black Chevy.
First auto?
First auto, $75. And I had a girlfriend who I inexplicably stopped calling up for a period of months. And then I took up with her again.
Her name?
Maureen McElhaney, I remember.
Another Irishman,
Yeah, she was a short little thing. Anyhow, having had my experience with young ladies was, well, to my young, socially forming mind, was excruciating in its tensions or potential tensions. I mean, there was no question of anything voluble in terms of sexual play. My God, there was a heap of pent and fraught mouth kissing, mostly closed mouth. Can you believe it?
I can't myself.
No, it's incredible. Anyhow, and there were a lot of chino pants with wet crotches. Believe me.
On both parts, actually.
Yes, I believe I believe.
Or did the young lady never wear pants?
As far as I know, that their question is so intimate it will never be answered.
No. We're talking about chinos here, not.
Oh yeah. No, the ladies didn't.
They didn't wear pants.
They wore skirts in those days.
We're talking the early '60s.
Yeah, late 59, 60, and early 60s. Yeah.
Early '60s.
Yeah.
No politics at this time.
Right. No politics.
You went from a Catholic high school to
Bless your heart. Yeah, and a sugar. Thank you, Linda. I'll return this favor, I promise.
You went from a Catholic high school into a secular humanist university.
Yeah, secular humanist, and it was kind of mind-blowing for me, actually. It was not in the sense that it sort of cut some necessary rents in that the gauze curtain of my childhood fidelities, of my absolute fidelities, because they were absolute dogma and doctrine, but because it was a great big place. I went from little old Mullen Catholic to a great big place, and I had scarcely anything in way of description of how I should respond to its labyrinths.
Lived at home?
I lived at home, yeah.
You lived at home, sir?
Yeah. What? This was?
So we get more water.
Oh, we're out of water too?
You don't use the local brew?
No.
Really? Why?
Fear.
Fear, that's it.
Fear. Fear and loathing in Cambridge.
We have, we bought a filter, and they're a little bit too expensive, but they work pretty well. And they take most of the stuff out, but they leave the...
They leave the taste.
They leave the fluoride in, and no, they don't. They eliminate that funny taste.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They eliminate that salt taste, which is what Cambridge has in its water, sodium?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. They take the
take the sodium out.
Yeah, I know they
Yeah.
changed the taste, man. I don't mind that taste much myself, to tell you the truth. But we were getting that bottled spring water from Poland Springs for a long time.
Yeah.
I heard some scam that they had a nuclear plant right near, right there. I have no idea if that's true or not.
It's not.
Really, no offense, Poland Springs. When this thing is aired on the national network.
Oh, I'm gonna chop it up anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal. He's gonna chop this up anyway. You know, what do you need with all this blather for anyway?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I play a tune?
No, you got to answer some more questions.
Boy,
first.
you're a hard taskmaster.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're running almost an hour and a half now, so I got another half hour and then this tape's over.
But that's it for poems. I shouldn't say any more poems.
No, we're getting to this point. See, I'm still trying to get to this point where you started to be a writer because you haven't said when that was yet.
Well, you haven't allowed me to jump right into it.
No, because I want history first.
Right.
See, I said, well, go up to that point, and then you can go back and read the poems that you were going to read again. See, once we understand where the human being comes from,
I hear you.
then we come to the poetry, and then you go back and take the poem and relate it to what we've spoken about already.
Sensible.
See.
Yeah.
So I suspect we're now in this secular humanist university,
Yes.
which is all of a sudden teaching you that God is not the only thing in the world to be
Oh.
dogmatic about. There was no
Certainly.
politics at this time,
Right. That's true.
so we're getting into the second year, which is 59-60.
Let me tell you what the
First
non-politics.
year 61.
Let me tell you what the non-politics of the time was. It was post-McCarthyism. Okay.
In 59-60,
Yeah, I believe there was still hangovers of the.
we had Kennedy in office as a Catholic at that point.
Yeah.
So the McCarthyism was well over. We had hit
Well-
had hit not the Great Society because that was Johnson, but we'd hit Kennedy's routine of I forget what it was, bigger and better. You know, ask not what you can do for your country, ask what you can. No, the other way around. Okay, so all of a sudden
Ich bin ein Berliner.
yeah. Now all of a sudden your secular universities, which is what he basically was talking to,
Yeah.
having gone to one and gotten away from the Catholic routine of his youth.
Yeah.
Okay, he's now in office and gone through the war, and he's coming out and he's saying, okay, now we're going to do great things for this country.
Yeah.
See, and you as the college student, or the people he was jumping to,
Yeah.
he put his Peace Corps together.
Yeah. I caught his message, man. I joined the
Okay,
Peace Corps.
well, now, when did the Peace Corps come in?
Came in was it
62.
62? Yeah, late 62.
Okay, so
it
that's your
started.
third year in college.
Yeah.
Now we've got you going from 59-60 when you have no politics at all, no feeling for great world.
When I mentioned post-McCarthyism, though, I mean I
Yeah.
did that advisedly, even though there was the great new wave of fervid freedom, you know, which came rolling in the persona of John Kennedy. But there were any number of tenured professors who had survived the years of McCarthy devil hunting, and who were, you know, well ensconced in the university,
And
in
pushing it.
universities at large. What?
And pushing it.
No, not necessarily pushing it, but certainly manifesting in their conservatism the fear that era induced universally, academically.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'd taken nothing from all of the freedom movements of the 50s when all of Africa became free, all of the colonies were liberated.
I didn't know jack shit about all that.
By 1959, there was literally only 2 colonies in all of Africa.
What did I know? I was trying to learn trigonometry from someone who didn't know how to teach it very
When
well.
in your college career did you decide you didn't want to be an engineer?
Well, I wasn't accepted as an engineering student. The admissions counselor took he took a look at various test scores, and he looked at me very kindly, and he said, "Are you sure this is what you'd like to do?" And I said, "Well, no, not really. I'm not real sure." He said, "How about a nice liberal arts major?" I said, "Oh, sounds good." So I signed on for liberal arts my first year, which was it was generic. You know, you took a whole bunch of courses. You had a
Particular-
few electives.
Basics, things you need to know.